So I was watching one of Islam's interviews shortly before after his Moicano fight. It's hard to tell because he didn't really take any damage at all. And he said something very interesting, to say the least.
Even Alex Pereira wanted to be a 3-division champion. Does that kind of thing motivate you?
Yeah, I can be 3 division also. Just give me the chance, that's it. I will fight with the Plessis. If they give me the chance, I will fight with him also. I swear, if Dana White send me contract, I will fight with him also.
Islam Makhachev is one of the greatest talents I've ever seen in all of combat sports. He has notable wins over guys like Charles Oliveira, Alexander Volkanovski, Arman Tsarukyan, Renato Moicano, and Dustin Poirier. And oftentimes, he beats these guys in a dominant fashion, even though they're on a tear up until they fight him. But this doesn't mean that he can do the impossible. He would already have enough trouble fighting welterweights like Usman, Leon Edwards, maybe not Bilal Muhammad because apparently he beats him in the gym. But this doesn't mean that he can now put him up against someone like Dricus, who on paper isn't a better fighter than Islam. But just the simple fact that he outweighs him by over 30 pounds is enough information for me to pick Dricus du Plessis. And I'm glad that the majority of the MMA community, even the Islam fans, weren't siding with him on this one. And I don't know if he's delusional or he's just saying this to create sound bites, but whatever it is, there's no way that any rational human being would think that Islam Makhachev would beat Dricus du Plessis, who's a competent grappler himself. A lot of MMA fans even think he stands a chance against Khamzat, which isn't too far-fetched because Dricus is a big guy. He's also a very good grappler. A lot of people don't know, including myself up until today. Dricus actually has a judo background. He started judo at the age of 10. I have to fact check that, but if it's correct, it would mean that he has a lot of experience grappling, and we've seen that in the octagon. He used grappling against a lot of fighters like Sean Strickland, who can also hold his own. Sean Strickland has been rumored to have his way with Magomed Ankalaev in grappling, but I don't know if his coach was just gassing him up. But if that is true and Dricus did what he did to him, that means Dricus is a pretty competent grappler, good enough to defend a freaking lightweight as takedowns. So I don't see Dricus losing this fight unless he slips on a banana peel or unless he throws away the fight. And if you think that's crazy, Islam Makhachev's manager, Ali Abdelaziz, believes that Islam, who weighs 82 kilograms, would beat Alex Pereira, who weighs 105. Alex outweighs him by 23 kilograms, so there's no way Islam beats Alex. Even if he had a gold medal in every single martial art, there's no way Alex Pereira would lose to Islam. On top of that, Alex has been working with Glover Teixeira on his jiu-jitsu, his wrestling, and we've seen him implement that in a lot of his fights. For instance, against Jan Blachowicz, Jan wasn't really able to out-grapple Alex Pereira, or at least not enough for him to win the fight. And as much as I don't like Islam's chances against Dricus, I still think he stands a chance at becoming double champ. But when you look at the welterweight division, it's pretty stacked. I think Islam is probably a better fighter than every single one of those guys, but just the simple fact that they may be longer than him, they may be bigger than him naturally, means that they now stand a chance at beating him. When you look at guys like Shavkat is actually a lot better than I thought he was. Because going into his fight against Ian Gary, the narrative was that Ian was the better striker and Shavkat the better grappler, which was true on paper. But when they fought, Shavkat was both the better striker and grappler. Shavkat looked good in the first 2 rounds. He landed some pretty clean shots on Ian Gary, and he also managed to control him against the cage. But what was significant was that he only managed to take down Ian Gary in the 4th round, which is very significant because I've noticed that Shavkat doesn't seem to be that good at landing takedowns. He wasn't able to take down Jeff Neal even once. So I think it's because he has a sambo background and not a wrestling background like guys like Khabib. I mean, I could say the same for Islam, but Islam does have a lot more experience wrestling than Shavkat, and you can see it in the octagon. So maybe that would play a role in the fight. But just the simple fact that Shavkat's bigger means he can probably keep him at the end of his punches. And with his fight against Ian Gary, dang, that guy's striking is pretty good. So we can definitely stand with Islam, who's a natural lightweight. That would be a very interesting matchup for me. And a huge part of me favors Shavkat winning because on paper, Islam is the better fighter. But man, it's 7 kgs going up. So I don't think that is not going to play a role. It's 100% going to play a role. The reason why I'm comparing him to Shavkat is because I think Shavkat is the best fighter in the welterweight division right now. And it seems as though he already has experience fighting Belal in the gym, because Belal had no interest in fighting Islam. And if I'm being honest with you, I think it's because Belal knows Islam would beat him. They probably trained together in the gym, had some sparring rounds, and Islam had the better. Hence, Belal wanting Islam to fight Dricus instead of him. It's not like they have a really close relationship. So in summary, I don't think Islam stands a chance against Dricus, but I do like his odds more against welterweights like Belal, Shavkat, and Leon. Like and subscribe. Let me know what you want me to make a video on next in the comments. And I encourage you guys to subscribe to my channel, because I'm only going to keep getting better and better. And the more subscribers I get, the more motivated I am to make videos. But you know me, I love MMA, so I'd always do it regardless. Thank you.